1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Foreign Minister says Pakistan's sincere efforts for peace and stability in Afghanistan have borne fruit. The Special Assistant on Information says the Financial Action Task Force members have appreciated the determination of Pakistan for completion of rest of the goals. The Army Chief says gains of 2 decades of war on terror shall be consolidated to achieve enduring peace in the region. At least 7 people died when a marble mine collapsed in District Bunair this afternoon. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 Kashmiri youths in Islamabad, Anantnag district today. American officials say President Trump will raise the issue of religious freedom in India during his meeting with Narendra Modi. And now the news in detail. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said Pakistan's sincere efforts for peace and stability in Afghanistan have borne fruit. In a statement, he expressed the confidence that the Afghan peace process will move forward. The Foreign Minister said following the peace deal between the United States and the Taliban on the 29th of this month, an effort will be made to move towards an intra-Afghan dialogue. Shah Mahmood Qureshi noted that it was not an easy task to bring the Taliban to the table of negotiations and wooed the United States to restart the Afghan peace process. He said it is a matter of satisfaction that both the sides have now firmed up the peace deal. He said the deal will be signed in the presence of Pakistan, as it was not possible to take forward the matters without it. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashika Wan, says durable peace and stability in Afghanistan will lead to regional peace and stability. In a series of tweets, she said positive and sincere role played by Pakistan in the Afghan peace process will be written with golden words. She urged the parties to move forward for reducing violence and to sign the peace agreement. Dr. Firdaus Ashika Wan said peace, development and prosperity in Afghanistan is the right of the Afghans. She said Afghan brothers, sisters and children have handled the unfortunate situation of generational unrest with bravery, and peace agreement will be a milestone in this regard. Dr. Firdaus Ashika Wan said Pakistan is a responsible state and we have rendered huge sacrifices in the war against terrorism. She said the Financial Action Task Force members have appreciated the determination of Pakistan for completion of rest of the goals, which is an acknowledgement of Pakistan's efforts. Earlier, in a tweet, the Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashika Wan, said India's efforts to get Pakistan included in the blacklist of the Financial Action Task Force have failed. She said acknowledgement of Pakistan's steps by Financial Action Task Force is a good news for the country and bad news for the enemies. The Chief of the Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa says gains of 2 decades of war on terror shall be consolidated to achieve enduring peace and stability both for Pakistan and the region. In a statement on the completion of 3 years of launch of Operation Radul Fasad, he said the Army is aware and capable of thwarting all threats to security and sovereignty of Pakistan, irrespective of the cost. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has stressed the need for provision of financial services to the disabled persons. Addressing a seminar on autism and child psychiatry in Lahore today, he said the disabled persons should be given due job opportunities, including in the banks. He said these persons are part of our society and their abilities need to be harnessed. Dr. Arif Alvi said the children affected by autism should be treated with special care and affection. He said these children deserve our special attention. He said we as a society try to hide our mental issues and go to psychiatrists as it is treated as a taboo which we hardly discuss about. He said public awareness regarding depression is at a very low level. The president said teachers need special training to treat students properly who suffer from depression indirectly. He said a glimpse of depression can be seen in children whose parents are depressed. He said special jobs should be created for special persons according to their needs and inabilities. The Special Assistant on National Health Services, Dr. Zafar Mirza, has said the government will soon announce the national policy on medicines. Chairing a meeting in Islamabad, he said wide-ranging reforms are being introduced in the Drug Regulatory Authority. He said the authority is determined to ensure quality of medicines and it is continuing crackdown against unregistered and spurious medicines. This is Radio Pakistan. At least 7 people died and 7 others were injured when a marble mine collapsed in Jowar area of District Bunair this afternoon. According to the police, rescue teams have reached the spot and started rescue operation. The injured have been shifted to District Headquarters Hospital Bunair. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh acts of state terrorism martyred 2 Kashmiri youths in Islamabad, Anantnag district today. The troops martyred the youth at Naina Sangam in Beach Behara area of the district during a cordon search operation which started late last night. The Indian police and troops arrested at least 17 youths during house raids in Pulwama, Shupaiya, Ganderbal and Baramulla districts. These youths have been labelled as overground workers of Mujahideen. Meanwhile, the residents of the Kashmir Valley continue to suffer enormously due to military lockdown and broadband and high-speed mobile internet blackout on the 202nd consecutive day today. Addressing a public gathering in Srinagar, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference leader and the chairman Jammu and Kashmir Democratic Political Movement Khwaja Firdaus said India would never succeed in suppressing the Kashmiris' liberation struggle by employing brute tactics. An Indian girl has been slapped with sedition for chanting Pakistan Zindabad slogan during an anti-citizenship amendment act protest in Bengaluru, the capital of India's southern Karnataka state. According to reports, the girl was denied bail by judicial magistrate and sent to judicial custody for 14 days. The American President Donald Trump will raise the issue of religious freedom in India during his meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday. A senior administration official in a statement in Washington said the world is looking towards India to respect religious minorities. Earlier, in a letter to the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, 4 American senators said Modi's steps in Kashmir and the citizenship laws are threatening the rights of certain religious minorities and the secular character of the state. American Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders has warned Russia to stay out of the 2020 presidential elections. Talking to reporters in California, Bernie Sanders claimed the intelligence community is telling them that Russia is interfering in presidential elections. The United Nations, while expressing grave concern over violence in Idlib region of Syria, has asked the warring parties to stop fighting immediately. Talking to media in Geneva, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said nearly 900 people, with majority of women and children, have fled in the latest fighting against the most tragic circumstances. He said hundreds have been killed while young children are freezing to death. And now cricket. Peshawar Zalmi beat Quetta Gladiators by 6 wickets in the 4th match of the Pakistan Super League in Karachi today. Batting first, Quetta Gladiators scored 148 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Peshawar Zalmi achieved the target in 18.3 overs for the loss of 4 wickets. The 5th match between Islamabad United and Multan Sultans will start in Lahore at 1900 hours Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold conditions will prevail in upper parts during the next 24 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.